What's good, YouTube? It's Tyron again with another video. I'm back. And as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to balance your work life or school life, your personal life, and fitness whenever you start your fitness journeys. So without further ado, we're going to get started with tip number 1 being establishing communication with your loved ones. Just like with any other project that you may want to incorporate in your daily routine, you have to find the time throughout the day to allocate towards that project. And as you already know, when you devote time to certain things, you're also taking away time from other things, namely time with your family and your loved ones. So it's important that you're able to talk and verbally communicate with your people about the time that you're going to be putting forth when it comes to starting your fitness journey and staying consistent with it. And it's going to be a challenge at first, conforming to the new normal, working out more consistently, but with enough time that passes and with enough reps that you do, like in the gym, it'll get easier. And your people will find it easier to deal with as well. Your people should be motivating you and be supportive enough to actually help you through this new phase in your life. You can also talk to them about what they can do to help you make this transition to a new routine go over as smoothly as possible. Whether it's them doing the smaller and more mundane tasks that you do throughout the course of a day, or just them being the motivating voice encouraging you to work out when you may not be feeling like it. Any way that they can help you best will ultimately be up to you. The fitness journey may be yours, but you're going to need people to help you along the way, and that's where your support system comes in at. The second tip that I got for you is having entry-level equipment at home that you can use. When I first got into fitness, I was overwhelmed by the amount of equipment that you can use in the gym and the amount of exercises that are available for people to actually perform. Like any gym that you can walk into across America and across the world, they're gonna have rows and rows of equipment that you can use and rows of variations of that same equipment that you can use as well. It's really easy to get overwhelmed, especially as a beginner when you walk into the gym and see all these types of equipment. But the more time that I spent in the gym and the more time that I spent exercising and researching different exercises for me to perform, I realized that in truth, you don't need 90% of that equipment in the gym at all. The overall goal is to get a great exercise in, and you don't really need much to accomplish that. As I've stated in one of my previous videos, there's only 5 muscle groups that you need to focus on and 6 exercise variations that you need to accomplish overall. The 6 being arms, abs, back, chest, legs, and cardio. Once you have that in mind, then you'll be able to focus on probably 4 to 5 different exercise variations that you can do on any given day that'll comprise the bulk of your workout plan. And in truth, with all the muscle groups, you really don't need any equipment at all. Whether you want to save time for yourself, save money that you would have normally spent towards a gym membership, or time that you can spend with your family, you can perform each and every exercise that you need in the comfort of your own home. Some exercises that come to mind are push-ups, sit-ups, squats, lunges, Supermans, back extensions, whatever that you can do body weight wise, that'll be good enough for you to get a good exercise in. See me, I'm able to perform all those exercises and more and still be within reach of my family if they need me. That way I don't have to leave home and spend any time away from them or spend any money towards a gym membership when I can get the same workout stimulus at home. If you look online, you'll be able to find many different exercises that you can perform outside of the ones I just listed. Also like burpees, calf raises, hip raises, back extensions, Supermans, the list goes on and on. And even if you want to spend a little money, you don't have to worry about breaking the bank either. Like me, I went to Walmart and found a couple of 25-pound dumbbells that cost me about 50 bucks. I got a pack of resistance bands that was like $12, and I have a jump rope that I think cost me $5. But those alone helped me to hit each and every muscle group and each and every exercise that I need to hit. It's something that I came to realize slowly when I first started, but fitness seems so complicated in the beginning, but once you get into it, it's really simple. And the amount of equipment that you need and the type of equipment that you need can be considered as simple as well. So if you don't have the money to spend on a monthly gym membership, or if you just don't want to and you want to spend more time at home around your family, having home equipment that you can use would be probably the best way to go. The third tip that I got for y'all can help you in any area of your life, even outside of fitness. It is simply put the damn phone down. And I'm just gonna speak for me personally, phones consume a very large part of my everyday life. And I don't like that I'm like this, but I can say that I can't go really a long period of time without picking up my phone. Whether it's me just doom scrolling on social media or me just watching YouTube videos all day, I can't go really a long time without my phone. It's a bad habit, I know, I gotta shake back from it. And being in the fitness, I can honestly say that it helps take my attention away from phones. And I know I'm not the only one like this, don't even look at me like that. You got a damn phone problem too. Yeah, I know. Hell, if you have an iPhone, it will actually tell you at the end of every week how much screen time you've averaged per day. Like my screen time that I averaged last week, it says that I averaged 9 hours and 29 minutes per day. That is crazy. If you don't believe me, look at this. Crazy as hell, man. And just thinking about it, right? There's 24 hours in a day. That means that I've spent over a third of my day with my phone in my hand. Not doing nothing else, not doing nothing productive at all, just my phone in my hand. With the way that I work out, I can probably say that I can fit in probably 4 to 5 different workout sessions in that 9 hours and 29 minutes. That's actually crazy considering I try to work out 5 times a week. So that means in one day, I can accomplish all the exercises that I normally would have done in a week. That's pitiful. And I know that if you've watched this far into this tip, that means you have a phone usage problem as well. So what I recommend is simple. Using 30 minutes to an hour of that time that you would have normally been using on your phone to just work out. You gotta really think about it, because the number one excuse that I hear from people that want to get into exercises but don't is because they don't have enough time. But you spend that same time that you say you don't have time on your phone. Like it doesn't really compute. It doesn't really make sense. Because really 30 minutes to an hour isn't really a long time to do anything. So if you use that time to get the exercise in, it'll both be beneficial to you and it'll free up your time to do other things afterwards. So just cut back on phone usage. You'll be alright. Now here's tip number 4. Take fitness seriously, but don't neglect your responsibilities or your family. This is loosely related to the first tip that I gave you guys, but it has enough substance to stand on its own. Fitness is important, don't get me wrong, but it is not more important than the people that you love and care for. So be mindful of the time that you're spending going to the gym and make sure that it doesn't outweigh the time that you're spending with your family. And not just your family, make sure that you're not spending more time in the gym as opposed to doing the obligations that you're responsible for each and every day. Whether it be chores or whether it be other types of housework or whether it's just being present for your family whenever they need you or in whatever way they may need you, you also need to make time for them as well. And the only reason that I'm saying this is because I know how it is when you're first starting in the gym, and I know how it is when you finally get into that groove and that rhythm of, okay, you know what? I actually like the positive effects this is having on me. I'm actually liking the physical changes that I'm seeing after a while. And I know how exhilarating that is, and I know how addicting that can be. And I just want you to be cautious about you spending much more time chasing that high as opposed to chasing the love and affection that your family can afford you. That's why it's called balance. You have to be able to handle multiple things at once. You have to be able to handle your fitness, your work or your school life, and your personal life. If you lean more towards any one area as opposed to the others, then you're gonna suffer in those areas and you're gonna have problems. So it's just as important that however much time you devote towards the gym and towards fitness, that you devote that same amount of time towards your family life and your personal life and your work life as well, or school life if you're in school. Tip number 5 is a reoccurring tip that I've given in probably each and every one of my previous videos. And you probably already know where I'm going with it. Value consistency over frequency. Value consistency over frequency. The number one tip that I always give in each one of my videos, consistency will carry you where motivation leaves you. At the end of the day, frequency is not going to matter as much as consistency will matter. Anyone who's just starting a fitness journey or any other journey in their life can be frequent in something due to the motivation they may be feeling. But what happens when that motivation wanes and they no longer feel like going? They no longer feel like picking themselves up to go to the gym or go work out. That's where consistency comes in. You have to value consistency in any area of your life, in anything that you may want to partake in life. You have to value consistency over anything else. Consistency will get you way farther than motivation or frequency will ever get you. Consistency will be the one thing that gets you through the dog days of whatever task you may be undertaking and on your way to succeeding in those goals that you put forth for yourself. And just think about it from an introspective point of view. Unfortunately, all of us at some point of our lives are going to face some sort of difficulty that we're going to have to get through. But with the more time that passes and with the more consistent effort that is applied towards getting through that, the easier it will get. Just like with fitness, the more time that is spent and the more consistent effort that is applied, the easier that it will get for you in the gym. And just as easy as it is to handle all of those things individually, you'll be able to handle all of those things just as easily collectively. So then true balance will be achieved from your work life to your school life to your personal life to your fitness life and to your family life, which is the ultimate goal that we're all seeking to achieve at the end of the day. But hey, those are my 5 tips for helping you guys balance your fitness journeys with your everyday life, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below. Let me know what I can do for future videos. Turn on the post notifications so you can be notified whenever I post future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.